Hello, my name is Tanner Lichfield. I am an agent and an investor based here in Utah. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 things you need to know before you jump ship and go full-time real estate. Whether that's being an investor, whether that's being an agent, I think this is both applicable. But in today's video, it's going to be mostly on the investor side. Number 1, if you have a strong W-2 or a W-2 in general, when you jump ship and go full-time real estate, you are going to be sacrificing your bankability. So what does bankability mean? Bankability means that the bank is going to look at you as harder to loan on, right? Like you're more risky. Why are you more risky? Well, because you used to have steady pay. And now, since you're 1099 or self-employed, it's a lot more inconsistent, especially in the bank's eyes. You don't have any income to prove, and so you're not bankable whatsoever. Number 2, when you go full-time real estate, whether you're an agent, whether you're an investor, you are going to need at least 6 to 9 months in living expenses. Now, why do I say that? Well, because real estate is a lot harder than it seems. And what that means is that it might take you several months to get your first deal. If you realize you don't want to be cold calling the whole time, you might want to invest into some marketing, right? So you want to save that buffer before you go full time because it's hard. Number 3, something that you might not have thought about. Real estate is a roller coaster. It's always up and down. You're getting a few deals here, a lot of deals here, or whether you're getting 0 deals here and a couple deals here. It's a roller coaster all the time. Now, what does that mean? Something that you need to think about is the inconsistency in your pay structure. When you're at a W-2, when you have a full-time job, you are getting checks every 2 weeks. In real estate, it might be, like I said, 6 months before you get your first deal. And then after that, you think, oh, I can breathe a little bit. And then 2 months pass by and you haven't got your second deal, right? You need to understand there's no consistency here in the beginning. Number 4, you need to ignore social media. And please take me serious when I say this. Social media paints this picture that real estate is your ticket out. A lot of times they want you to buy their course. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money in real estate. That's for darn sure. But the failure rate of real estate individuals, I can guarantee it's in the high 90 percentile. Most people do not make it because they realize it's a lot harder. Don't trust social media because it's not as sexy as it seems. Real estate is definitely a career that can pay off, but it's not just pull up in your Lamborghini, get this house 50% off and drive away and with your 40 grand, right? Like you might have to talk to 1,000 sellers before you get a deal done. The good news with real estate is it snowballs, right? I've been in real estate now for 6 years and it was super slow at the beginning. And now today, I know that every month I'm going to do several deals. I don't know that for a fact, but I've had 18 months to prove that the deals keep coming in just because it snowballs, right? You gain experience, you gain a database, and it continues building. Number 5, you should write this down if you're considering getting into real estate. Real estate professions, especially at the beginning, will take hours of prospecting. If you're not willing to do that, whether it's door knocking, cold calling, whatever it might be, then it's probably not the career for you. You can test this out before you jump ship. Go on a Saturday, cold call for 3 hours, door knock for 3 hours. Get a feel for it. If you don't love it, or if you don't love the process, it might not be for you. On the other side of the coin, right? Like I don't love picking up the phone and calling every day. But what I do love is the process. If I call this many people, then I might have someone on the other line that I can help. And if I can help them, it's a happy payday, right? Those are the 5 things. So I'll recap it again just to summarize. Number 1, understand you're going to be sacrificing your bankability when you leave and go full-time real estate. Number 2, living expenses. Save 6 to 9 months because it can be a grind to get your first deal done. Number 3, understand that it's going to be inconsistent in your pay structure. It's not going to be like your job where you're getting paid every 2 weeks. Number 4, it's not as sexy as it seems. Ignore social media. It's a real career that takes a lot of hustle, and you need to understand that. Number 5, understand that it's going to take hours of prospecting to build your business. And if that doesn't fit your personality, it might not be for you. At least that's what I've seen. On the other side of the coin, a lot of these 5 steps probably scare some people as maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not meant for me. I'm trying to give my honest opinion about the real estate career from being in it for 6 years. But on like the positive side is the real estate world has changed my life forever. I went through the prospecting. I went through the unsexy rehabs. I went through the inconsistent pay. I went through trying to make it work for 4 months and failing and being in credit card debt. I went through trying to buy properties and not being bankable, right? Like every single one of these things I've experienced myself. And it was a grind, but here I am in a much, much more fortunate scenario with my life, and it's panned out. So that's my 2 cents. You can still jump into real estate while you have a full-time job. That's what I did for a long time while you can feel it out. And then when you have the confidence to jump ship and go full-time, then I recommend you do it. It's changed my life tremendously. So, like I said, my name's Tanner Lichfield. This is what I do. I invest. I'm a realtor. And I try and give an honest approach about the real estate industry. So make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the future content.